We talked about this man in this situation, his allegations that we had, and I said it, and I stand by it. If he is any way involved in this, bro, he belongs under the jail. They have shown evidence that these women that are accusing him of this, they're conspiring.
I have no reason to be banned. My Instagram is just cars. Everybody already knows I was banned because I talked against the system, against the matrix. They
just
know
the system in general.
The system in general, yeah.
You know, we're about to speak about it. It's crazy because it's like, I'm not even looking at really what happened. I'm looking at who went at you. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's scary. Like, to say that there'd really be, not to say an agent, you know, went after him, but I'm like, the matrix in terms of how it's set up, you know what I mean? For all of us to follow a certain, you know, aspect of life and why. And this goes back to the fact that I've been talking about New World Order and how to establish that New World Order. You have to have the matrix for that, because the matrix does so much for you. The propaganda that's out there, what the media pushes out, everything, all the lies that have been put in our faces to hide us from the truth. He's talked about it, you know what I mean? And he's tried to educate us on that. And that's why it's like, fuck, I think it's even more than that. It's almost like maybe the Matrix is real, maybe not as much as in the movie, but as much as it involves our lives, you know what I mean? And what's been, you know, what kind of blinders have been put on us.
Anyone that has any grand amount of influence on the people, you can understand how it can be fearful or exciting. Yeah. For anyone that's trying to manipulate that particular group. So, for example, with someone like him, and I'm not going to say that necessarily about him, but I'm just using him as an example in this case with Andrew Tate. It's like, you know, his rhetoric, some people may perceive as being dangerous. And dangerous for different reasons. I think that's the funny thing. There's people out there that think he's dangerous just because they feel like he's spitting hate speech. And then there's some people out there.
No, it's Tate speech, not hate speech. Tate speech.
Right. But then there's some people out there that are saying that it's dangerous because, nigga, you talking too much. Mm-hmm. Like you opening up too many doors. Like you need to close that motherfucker. We're going to put you in your place. You're going to sit in this jail. And then we'll see if you come out better conditioned.
Ouch.
Because there's a different aspect to that. Because I think some people are looking at it too surface level. Yeah. I think they're looking at it that, there may be people who want to shut him up because of his rhetoric. Just kind of no similar than how they wanted to do Trump, how he was talking. Like they wanted to just shut him up because it's dangerous, which we understand that some of the shit he was saying was dangerous. It was causing people, it was giving people license to do certain things, and he was that battery pack in their back. Mm-hmm. But I think this is bigger than that. Like I'm more concerned about the who.
Yeah.
Not the why.
That part.
Who is benefiting from doing this to this man? Because like I said, we talked about this man in this situation, his allegations that we had, and I said it, and I stand by it. If he is any way involved in this, bro, he belongs under the jail. Right. But my thing is that the evidence that's just been produced within the last few days, they have shown evidence where that these women that are accusing him of this, or both of them of this, they're conspiring. Yeah. They was proving that they're conspiring against him to frame him.
I don't know if the news out there, but I believe somebody paid them. Anybody that's in maintenance of the Matrix. You know what I mean? Like that's what he's talking about, bro. Somebody paid these girls off to do what they did. And I've read the reports, I've seen it, bro. How disgusting. Like when I read that, I'm like, you can call yourself human. You're a piece of shit. Like you literally are a piece of shit. Yeah. You know you did that shit for money. You could see these bimbos on a fucking, after they did this shit in France and all these other countries with Rolexes and in Bentleys and Bugattis. I'm like,
it's sickening. And it's, a lot of times these things come up. I just watched a video right now where a dude just got vindicated for 28 years that he spent. He just got awarded $1.3 million for a crime that never even happened.
No reparations.
It wasn't even that he was the wrong guy. There was no crime. Like imagine that. It's not even like you just got the wrong dude. There was no crime.
And they're not
like that's it.
No reparations though.
That's like saying like Rob, you robbed that bank, but there was no bank robbery. But I did 30 years for it. Jeez. The people that make the allegations, the people that are alleging these things are going on, there's no consequences for that.
I did look up the information, so I saw the transcripts of the
WhatsApp. It's the WhatsApp, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the transcripts on that, and that's crazy with the shit they were saying. But like, wait, so I don't know anything past that. Have these girls been arrested?
That would be perjury, but I think they would have to be in a court though.
I mean, they weren't under oath.
Yeah.
Fuck. Is that? But they should be like 100%. Like,
but But that's not what's gonna happen. Nobody gives a fuck about the people actually doing the accusing. Nobody cares about that. Like if there's somebody that came out and said that you raped somebody, right? They say that you did this, right? And then you had to spend a year fighting that case, and then you come out, exonerated from that, where nothing happened to you. Your life is still in shambles, because there's still going to be a good percentage of people that know you. They're going to believe it, like, you probably just got off on a technicality. Like, they're not even going to actually believe that you're innocent. There's going to be, the damage is already done. The damage is in the allegation, not in the actual punishment.
PR, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but there's no consequences for the people that put out these allegations. Anyone that does something like this, like something that they're doing, or the court system that subjected that man to do damn near 3 decades in jail for a crime that never even happened, there's no consequences for these people. And I feel like that is indicative of our society now. It's basically whoever can cry wolf first wins, no matter if it's the truth or not. And Denzel talked about that shit. It's not about being right or doing right. It's about getting there first.
That's why they should stop saying that you're innocent until proven guilty.
Well, that ain't true.
That shit is bullshit.
Especially with the IRS. Hell no. You're all guilty. You had to prove your innocence.
And this is a perfect example of it. 2 girls cry wolf, they wouldn't got his ass.
They did what's the thing that's Romanian law? It's like they have to remove them from the situation by detaining them. So they're not arrested, but they're detained.
That part I'm confused. So I didn't really want to speak too much on it, because I think sometimes we think about it with our American brain, and we're conditioned a certain way.
They're trying to get the information to keep them.
Yeah, there's certain rights that we have here, and I just, part of me, I was the same way you are. Like, how you gonna be detained? No, that's arrested here, but it's like, I don't know Romania. I don't know how they get down. I don't know if that's the case. That could be. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, he definitely ain't been given a razor in that thing, boy. I seen the video. I was like, God damn, nigga.
Right. Yeah,
Bro,
it's crazy. I just think it's sad. Yeah, I read the transcripts. I seen the videos of the girls, the TikTok videos they were making, why they were being human trafficked. It's sad. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's so sad. I'm like, you girls are having the time of your life while you're blaming this man for who opened his house to you, who allows you to.
Bitches.
That's so crazy. Like, you have no loyalty. You have no. Oh man, there's so many lines I won't cross, but that's.
Like, so that's what I'm saying. There's no consequences behind this type of shit. Like, you can accuse anybody of anything, and if it ain't true, oh well. I shot my shot.
See, this is one thing though. It's like women cry about equal rights. You know what I mean? They cry about it, but
you have so much beyond.
You know what I mean? Like, in this case, like, if the shoe's on the other foot and a male's crying, it goes out one ear and out the other.
I don't even think it's this case. Like, it's this case in specific. Yes, we could say this. I think this is everywhere though. Like, this reminded me when I saw something like this, man. Even with what's going on with me and my children. Like, here's the thing. If you were to read the divorce declaration that I got sent to, bro. I read that shit and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, give her full custody. Wait, this is me she's talking about. Whoa, what the fuck? She accused me of so much crazy shit that I'm like, all she had to do and accuse me, and guess what? I only had 1 day with my kids in that week. That's crazy. That I only had 1 day with my children off an accusation.
Whatever she says is gold, bro.
It's not surprising, because you think about it from the equality standpoint. You just said it. They only want equality when it benefits them. They don't. I mean, in most cases, most women don't want equality when it does. Like, if let's say it was the first date, you ain't splitting that shit. Independence comes with a cost. I think that's the one thing I think a lot of women don't understand. Tate talks. I've listened to him. Like I said, that there's some things that I do agree with him on. Quite a few things actually, but there's some things I do disagree. I do think it's. You do need to, I think the biggest thing you need to understand is being self-aware of who you are. For the Tate brothers, man, we'll see what else unfolds out of this. I don't know if they out of the woods yet. I don't know if they've been released yet. But definitely upon this new evidence.
I think today they were supposed to be released.
Were they? Because it definitely looks, it looks like they got set up. It looks like they got railroaded
100%.
big time.